Have you felt that the more you wanted something, the harder it became to actually get it? Whether it's a relationship, a job, or a goal that you're chasing. Sometimes the more you try to get it, the easier it slips away. Hi, my name is Anjali. I'm a psychologist and a happiness coach, and let's talk about how to get something we really want with practicing detachment. I had this conversation just a few days ago with a client who felt completely stuck in her life. She wanted change, real change in her career and her relationship. And when she told me all of this, I instantly related. Because we're doing everything right. Just like all of us, she was also working very hard, trying to stay motivated, setting all the goals, but still something was not right. That was not helping her move forward. She felt like she was running in circles and circles, exhausting herself but getting nowhere. So I asked her, what if the problem isn't that you are not doing enough, but actually that you're holding too tightly? Because honestly saying, I used to be like that. And I overthought every single thing, every decision, every opportunity, every tiny detail. I thought if I just cared enough, I would make sure it's perfect. If I avoided the mistakes and if I controlled everybody's reaction and how people saw me, I'll succeed. But in reality, over caring, overdoing was what was holding me back. Honestly, why do we fear failure so much? At the root cause of it, it is always the fear of failure. We are terrified about messing things up. Because deep down, failure feels personal. It's not just about losing an opportunity, it is about what that loss says about us. What if I fail? What will people think of me? What if I'm not good enough? Fear of failure comes from conditioning. Maybe you grew up feeling like mistakes weren't allowed. Maybe society has told you that success equals worth. And maybe rejection in the past has made you feel like you weren't worthy enough or you weren't worthy of keep trying. So of course we start over caring as the way to protect ourselves. It's a way to give us that shield, give us that boundary that if we are doing all of this, we are overdoing it, we are over caring about it, we are overthinking about it, and that should make it perfect. We overthink to avoid mistakes, we try to control every outcome so we don't get hurt, we procrastinate because if we never start, we can never fail. We chase things so desperately, hoping effort alone will guarantee success. But here's the paradox. The more we fear failure, the more likely we are in the path to experience it. The more nervous you are in an interview, the less confident you will seem. The more you try to make someone like you, the less attractive you will become. The more pressure you put on yourself to succeed, the more overwhelmed and stuck you will feel. That's exactly what was happening with one of my clients. She wanted a job change, but her fear of rejection kept her from even applying to good places. The idea of failing felt so big that she kept waiting for the right moment to take the action. So we, tried something really small, but very powerful. Instead of focusing on achieving something, let's just focus on showing up. Just for once, don't think that I have to take every single thing on the to-do list. Just think that I have to show up for every single thing on my list. And to my surprise, she had agreed to submit once to this imperfect way of applying for jobs without overanalyzing them. And within a week, she felt a shift. She wasn't overthinking. The pressure of trying, the pressure of, just saying that, let me try, that itself made her work. Because trying does not equal to winning, right? Trying is just trying. Trying is something that we all do. And soon after, she got a call for an interview. Not because she tried harder, but because she let go of the fear of failing. Very recently, another of my clients was very pressurized about this feedback he had received at work. And he said, I'm looking for a promotion and they're saying all of these things. And all that we did in that session was to tell him that, listen, right now you just need to try to be a leader. You don't have to be a perfect leader. You don't have to show up tomorrow being the best leader there is. All you have to do is try to learn what leadership means. Because the moment everything changes is when you let go of that perfection. When you say that, okay, I trust myself enough to just try. That is when you stop worrying about being polished. You stop overanalyzing of how I show up and you just start showing up and taking action. Messy, imperfect, but real action. And you know what? That's when everybody sees the shifts. That's when I also saw so many shifts in my life. The biggest mistake people make is that we think caring deeply will make things work. We believe that if we just want it bad enough, it will happen. And everywhere we are hearing things like, hustle harder, you have to work 24/7. If you want it so bad, you will have to go and get it. Now, I'm not saying that ambition is bad, okay? Of course, you should care about your dreams, you should work hard about them. But here's the truth, the moment you start obsessing over one outcome, you also start losing confidence. Just for a minute, let that land and think about it. When you want a job role desperately, you get anxious. The more you chase someone, easily that person will go away. The more you cling to success, the harder it feels to achieve it. Because neediness repels and detachment attracts. I'll say it again. Neediness repels and detachment attracts. Ever notice that people who seem to have desperation for success often get there extremely late, versus people who have least desperation for success are the one reaching there the fastest. The ones who don't obsess over being liked tend to have more respect. That's because when you are not attached to the outcome, you will show up differently. You move with confidence, with ease, with presence. And that's when things start falling into place. This is also what the law of detachment teaches us. This law says that do your best and then let it go. When you stop trying to control everything, life starts working in your favor. But let me be clear. This isn't about being careless. It's about being free. Imagine what would life be like if you weren't constantly anxious about outcomes. If you weren't paralyzed by overthinking, if you weren't scared of failure. If you get the job, great. If not, a better one is coming. If the relationship works, amazing. If not, that may not be the right person for you and the right one is out there. If the opportunity happens, fantastic. If not, something even better is on the way. Either way, you're going to be okay. All of my clients have tried using this, have tried getting that shift in their head. And I know it feels like, actually, these are the same things that anybody would say. But when you talk it out and when you understand how it applies in your life, I promise you a lot changes by just that. So stop trying to fix things and just try to show up instead. Stop trying to chase, rather just take a step back and look for your life and see where all can you let go of this control. Focus on just your growth, and within days, the dynamics will start shifting, because when you stop over investing in something that isn't serving you, you create space for what you will actually need. You're enough, even without being perfect. And I have had perfection for as long as I can remember, and if you relate, I see you. I used to believe perfection was about the best, but I learned it's actually about never feeling not good enough. I had to also accept myself fully, flaws and all, And when I stopped waiting for the perfect, that moment, everything changed. The first video I had posted was through my phone. The first time I stood on stage, I was terrified, and the first business I started never had a fancy website. Because here's the truth, success doesn't come from waiting until you feel ready. It comes from taking action even when you don't have it all figured out. And the moment you start fearing failure, when you stop letting the fear of judgment hold you back, you become unstoppable. So stop living for everybody else's approval and stop focusing on how to be perfect. Rather learn how to show up, how to detach, because that is what will matter. So why not build a life that actually makes you happy? I want you to have that courage, clarity, and confidence to live a life on your terms, because the moment you stop caring about the wrong things, you unlock the power. And if you have given your all and if you have shown up fully, you've already won. So take a moment, think about your life from a bird's eye view perspective and see how beautifully things can change. If you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you have questions, please put them below and I would be happy to answer them for you. Take care. See you. Bye-bye.